Estonia. Estimated population of 1,300,000 people. This is like Prague. And we Czechs, we are very oftenly say that we are living in the country which is small, where we can't do anything, you know. So many excuses all the time again. And I think we're not the only ones of small countries who are saying that. But we're not that small. And Estonia is not small at all. Only where we can be small is here. Let's talk. What's up everyone, it's Jan Bors, new video, second semifinal, Estonia, and I'm really curious about what your comments will be about this and who your favorites are. Because Estonia, for me, it's a pure inspiration. 2 semifinals, each divided to 10 songs, very strong. Semifinal 1, which I've made the video recently, it's super strong. It was very hard to select 5 songs there, and to be really honest, I can really switch few songs in 5th and 4th place and it wouldn't matter because there are like several other 3 or 4 songs which can do it. Only speaking about the studio versions of songs, because the live versions, they can completely change my opinion, they can completely change my top 5s, my top 10s, my top 1. That can really happen, but I can play with cards which I have in my hands right now, which are studio versions. And for the second semifinal, it was much harder. First of all, it's very different than the first one. It's more alternative on the first take. It's not that easy to really pick 5 songs. It was easy to pick 1, definitely, 2 for sure, but the rest, the 5, it wasn't easy. But if I just count the songs which I have from the studio versions, here is my top 5, starting with number 5. Selena and her song named Champion. This is my number 5, and the reason is this is probably the most Eurovision song Estonia have in their whole national selection. Maybe the song Fire is very similar in this formula, and this is like the non-told Eurovision song on the very first sign. This is it, like nothing wrong. The build-up, the structure, the whole curve of the build-up is how it should be. Especially the melody is how it should be, and nothing is wrong. But there is as well nothing new, nothing special, nothing very great, the cliche topic, and that's not wrong, you know, the topic actually is great as well. It's nothing against it. It's nothing against it. I don't want to say anything about it. And maybe with the great staging, this will be the great song, because as I said, there's nothing wrong about it. But I'm looking for something else for to being my number 1 and 3. Well, depends on set of songs, and set of songs is strong. Next song. Number 4 is Jakub Tuis and his song WiwiBloggs. Don't know the pronunciation, of course, but doesn't matter. For me, the song first of all has beautiful music video. I recommend to watch it. As well, it's good for listening. Even I don't really get what it's saying. I don't understand the lyrics because it's in Estonian, but that makes no difference. It doesn't matter. If the song is good, I don't care about the lyrics at all. Why should I? Why should I? Because the melody is what talks through, and this talks through, it's more like a Disney song, kind of. It has this atmosphere. I wouldn't say childish, I would say like more musical, let's say that way. As well, for me, it's not a winner song, but definitely is the song I really would like to see in the finals of Eesti Laul. Anyway, I'm really curious how they're going to stage it, if they're going to bring some kind of special effect, if they bring in some kind of special camera angles or technique. I'm really curious about this, because this is what matters to me right now, the thinking how they can elevate the song to another level. And maybe they can. Of course they can as well go the other way around, and of course I don't even know how Jakub sings live, but we're going to figure it out, and hopefully we're going to figure it out in the finals. Next song. Number 3, Mayan Mellato, the song which combines Spanish and Estonian lyrics, which has a great vibe, atmosphere, artistry. It's something like indie popish, kind of natural song. I would say natural song, because everything I'm hearing throughout the song, it seems like natural, like like a child's play in a really adulthood way, you know, like when you go and you want to sing and you want to enjoy and you want to have fun, and this is Mellato to me. Of course, I have no idea what it's about, and I don't care, because what I care, it's what I feel here when I'm hearing the song. It's a joy, it's a transition to how a young person can feel when the person is free. That's what I feel from the song. And maybe it sounds a bit poetic, but this is what songs are about feelings and about emotions. And I had some emotions towards the songs, and they were positive. But we'll see about the live performance. Next song. Minimal Wind, Elizabeth Tiffany, my number 2 for Semifinal 2 of Eesti Laul 2022. Lots of twos. Duo, a minimal song. What to make of this? Well, what to make of this? I'm really curious of the staging, of the live performance, of the how it's gonna transcend this minimalistic approach to the big stage. And it can be a disaster, and it can really be, because it's going to be hard to go all through it for 3 minutes in television, I think. Or it can be brilliant, because approach is everything. And this song is original in the way how it's designed for not Eurovision song. It's just a good song. And a good song in a way which don't push you the way, hey, love me, love me, love me, love me, but the kind of way it does. And I would be curious to see such a song at big stage of Eesti Laul and maybe at Eurovision, because I would say it's going to be as well original, but it must be perfectly sung. It must have the great charisma as well. It must have some good idea about the staging, how to move slowly around and not to get boring, because this is going to be the biggest disadvantage of the song. It can happen because its tempo is slow, it don't go anywhere, but anyway its flow is great, and to maintain this as a main strength of the song, it's going to be very, very hard, but I really believe they can do it, or they will fail. But now it's my number 2 because I really, really like the song. But let's talk about my number 1. My number 1, there is not going to be a surprise. It's Stefan and his song Hope, which as well is probably in my top 5, maybe top 3 songs from the whole Eesti Laul this year. And I don't know basically why I like such a genre. It's not a country song, but it's Western influence, Western from, like, you know, cowboys and everything. It has the music video based on this, but the feeling from it, it's a great pop song. It's instantly got you, instantly. I remember when I was firstly hearing this song in my headphones, I was like, okay, I'm interested, let's continue. Because normally I'm listening like 15-20 seconds of songs, and if I'm not interested there too much, I'm skip it, and then I'm giving a second chance, of course, but not to waste time. I go through the songs which interest me at the very first time, very first tone, very first moment, and that's Hope from Stefan. Definitely is. And I'm curious about this of live performance, because if he can sing like he's singing in studio version, there's no doubt he's a big favorite to win the whole competition. I'm just afraid that the live performance will have some idea of bringing in Western and making it more cringe. Let's not do it, but that's nothing, of course, I can do about it. But I'm really curious about this, because it can be a big miss by staging, because I think this song can be only ruined by staging and singing, of course. I suppose it's not going to be this case. I really believe this song has a feeling inside that's a winner song. It's 100% made for winning the show, and there's nothing wrong about it. I just feel it through the song, that this kind of confidence which is go through it. You need to have balls to put such a song in the selection as well, because it's non-typical for any country in Europe to have such song, Westernish. There's no inspiration historical through it, to it, about it, because of course we didn't have, you know, Wild Wild West. Anyway, we all love the thematics, we all love the atmosphere, we all love the narrative which it brings, and as well in here it brings a bit of originality. Kind of course, because nowadays what's original in the, you know, worldwide world, globalization. Well, but that's another topic for another story, for another video, and probably not even by me. So tell me what you think about this top 5 here in the comments below. Tell me what will be your top 5, who is your favorite and why is your favorite, and would you expect to shine on stage? Because that's of course very different from the studio versions and the music videos, which are, by the way, awesome in whole Estonian national selection. I love the way of your art directors in directing and editing. Brilliant ideas, even the minimalistic things are done very, very well and precise. I love it. I love it. So hope you love it too. Hope you love my video as well. I hope you're subscribing to the channel somewhere in here. Don't forget about it. Well, and I see you next time talking about the live performance, most probably. So see you soon and thank you for watching. Bye.